fabrication portion of the technology showcase continues with Weldments. This tool allows us to create structural assemblies based on a wireframe sketch. Let's show you how this is done. So I've opened up a new part here, and I'm going to head over to the Weldments tab. If you notice, 3D Sketch is the first option in the Command Manager. Select 3D Sketch, and we're going to create a line. When we're creating a line, using the Tab button allows us to toggle through which plane we are sketching in 3D on. I'm going to go ahead and make this rack, add in a dimension here, and make it the midpoint. As a sanity check, I like to use the Quadrant view. The Quadrant view can be found here in the Heads Up toolbar under View Orientation. Come down here, and the 4-view Quadrant view is located here. If you notice, this allows us to look at the front, left, top, and trimetric view all at once. Let's go ahead and finish sketching up our rack here using the Quadrant view. So using the Quadrant view allows us to easily check and make sure that we're in the right plane. The Tab button will also help us sketch on the proper planes. If you notice, the front, left, and top view are all connected, and the trimetric view allows us to rotate freely. Now, let's jump ahead to a 3D sketch that I've already created and show you how to apply the structural members. So under the Weldments tab, the next button that you'll see in the Command Manager is Structural Members. If you notice, when I drop this down, I have an option for ANSI inch as well as ISO. For this example, I'm going to select ANSI inch. For the type of structural member, I'm going to drop that down, and I'm going to go to square tube. Under size, I'm going to do 2 by 2 and have a 1/4 inch wall thickness. The next step is to select New Group, and we're going to go ahead and make the first group. If you notice, I select some of the 3D sketch, and it pops right in. Every time I want to create another structural member, I need to select New Group. Make the second group. Select New Group. Make the third group. Select New Group. And make the fourth group. Okay, let's go ahead and add some rigidity to our structure by doing the cross members and the angled members. Let's go ahead and do the cross member first. Select New Group and select the cross member. New Group one more time. Now this is where we're going to run into some issues. If you notice, the preview shows a cut-off structural member. So first, I need to fix the alignment. Select Alignment, and then select the line that it's supposed to line up with. If you notice, that snaps it into place. Also, I have a trim that is incorrect. So if I select one of the purple nodes, it brings up the corner treatment list. Here, I need to select the correct group, which is group 3, and then the trim order that makes my structural member link up correctly. Hit the green check and do one more new group. And we're going to have to do the same thing. Scroll down, select Alignment, select the sketch, and then select the purple node, the group 3, and the trim order that is correct. And that's it. Next, I'm going to show you how to trim and extend to create the coping of the weldments. Select the Trim Extend command. The first input is the body to be trimmed. So I'm going to go ahead and trim the bottom structural member. And next it is looking for the trimming boundary, which is going to be these two. If you notice, it gives us extension options. You can have it simple cut between bodies, or you can select coped cut between bodies. I like the coped cut between bodies. It makes everything cleaner and easier to weld. Hit the green check, and let's hop back into the Trim Extend tool. Since we're going to be doing this multiple times, I want to go ahead and use the pin to keep the command visible. The next body that we're going to trim are these two weldments here, and the trimming boundary is this guy. Now, when I hit the green check, you notice that the Trim Extend tool stays. The next body that we're going to trim is this one and this one. And now we're going to use the trimming boundary here and hit the green check. You notice that the trim extend tool stays. And that's it. That's how you use the trim and extend tool to create the coping for the welds. The next tool that we're going to discuss is the end cap. So the end cap is looking for the face that we want to cap off. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the top left face here. If I zoom in, now it's looking for some other options. We're looking for the thickness of the end caps. So I'm going to do the same wall thickness as the tubing that I'm using, 0.25 inches. I'm going to do an offset value of 0. And we want the corner treatment to match the structural member. So that will be 0.5. If you notice, the end cap lets me select multiple faces to create multiple end caps at once. The next thing I'd like to discuss about Weldments is how to add structural gussets. The Gussets tool is looking for 2 faces. And you can do different kinds of profiles. There's a polygonal profile and a triangular profile. The dimensions can also be changed to create the desired geometry. The thickness will match the wall thickness to stay consistent with the rest of the structural members. Go ahead and hit the green check, and that's how you strengthen the weldments using gussets. So to finish off the project, I'm going to show you how to model in the weld beads. Select the weld beads tool, and I want to go ahead and select one of the lines that is going to have the weld on it. Go ahead and select the second member. And if you notice, it gives me a nice little preview in there. Just like the fillet tool, I'm going to use tangent propagation to create the fillet all in one piece. And that's how we create structural assemblies using the Weldments tool within SOLIDWORKS. If you would like to keep following along with the technology showcase, you can learn about how to use tubing, piping, and wiring in routing here. If you would like to learn more about sheet metal, click here.